Hi, I'm Tu Win, a registered dietitian nutritionist on the Healthy Living team at Giant Food. This video is all about heart health and practical ways you can move towards your health goals, whether it's improving your cholesterol and hypertension or setting yourself up for success to prevent heart disease. Although we are focusing on heart health, our team is here to support you in whatever your health goals may be. Managing diabetes, aging gracefully, eating on a budget, or maybe just ways to try something new. We offer a wide variety of services that you can access at giantfood.com/healthyliving. Okay, let's get back to heart health. This session will be about 30 minutes long and includes supporting materials, including a copy of this presentation and references like a shopping list, meal plan, and recipe ideas. I'll go over those at the end. Heart disease, or cardiovascular disease, describes how well the heart and blood vessels move blood throughout our body. Cardiovascular disease is often referred to as heart disease, and it is an umbrella term that includes many types of heart problems. Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the United States, and while it can't be cured necessarily, many forms of heart disease can be prevented or treated with healthy lifestyle choices, including how we eat, how we move, and a few heart healthy habits we can incorporate into our day. So let's start with my favorite, how we eat. Eating heart smart means eating in a way that lowers your bad cholesterol, raises your good cholesterol, and reduces your daily blood pressure. Let's start with US News and World Report's top diet for heart health, the DASH diet. DASH stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension. It's an eating plan that is based on research studies sponsored by the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute. The DASH diet focuses on foods and activities that reduce hypertension and bad cholesterol, including an eating plan that requires no special foods and isn't too different from the recommendations for a general healthy diet. So let's review a healthy eating plan using my plate and the DASH diet in mind. The food options available on the DASH diet closely mirror the eating plan recommended in the U.S. Department of Agriculture's My Plate, which has a focus on whole foods such as fruits and vegetables, fat-free or low-fat dairy, whole grains, and lean meats, fish, and poultry. The DASH diet also focuses on fat-free or low-fat dairy products, fish, poultry, beans, nuts, and vegetable oils. It also limits foods that are high in saturated fat and sugar-sweetened beverages and sweets. So let's walk through my plate with DASH in mind, starting with the largest part of the plate, produce. Adding more produce to your plate is a huge win for your heart, and that's because produce provides unique nutrients like those heart-healthy fiber, antioxidants, and phytochemicals. And when it comes to heart health, the more colors, the better. Red-colored foods like strawberries, beets, and tomato have lycopene that helps to keep our blood cells healthy. The yellow and orange colors in oranges, apricots, yams, squash are carotenoids. This helps to keep the walls of our arteries strong. Chlorophyll helps to circulate oxygen in the blood. It's found in leafy greens like broccoli slaw, Swiss chard, green beans, and kale. Anthocyanins in purple and blue produce help to reduce inflammation and oxidative stress in our vascular system by increasing the amount of antioxidants and may improve hypertension and atherosclerosis. And antioxidants help to neutralize those free radicals, which can cause harm to your cells and promote disease. And don't forget those white vegetables like onion and garlic, which contain allicin that may help to lower your blood pressure. The American Heart Association recommends to aim for 5 servings or 2.5 cups of vegetables per day and 4 servings or 2 cups of fruits a day. 1 in 10 Americans do not get recommended servings of vegetables, so we have a lot of opportunity in this area. Produce is key, and we want as much variety as possible, whether it's fresh, frozen, or canned. If you're wondering about salt content in canned vegetables or sugar in canned fruit, you are on the right track. We want to opt for low or no sugar or salt added options when possible. Produce also is a good source of fiber, so let's talk about that next. Fiber is a powerhouse nutrient when it comes to heart health. Fiber can improve cholesterol and regulate blood sugar. Fiber also takes longer to digest, which means it will increase your feeling of fullness, which can impact long-term weight gain. Fiber can even aid in reducing C-reactive protein, or CRP, which is a sign of inflammation found in the blood, all which can impact heart health. The daily goal for fiber is 28 grams per day for adults on a 2,000 calorie diet. This number may also depend on age or sex. Unfortunately, most Americans get less than 15 grams a day of this very important nutrient. So let's talk about ways to add more fiber to your plate. Most vegetables, fruits, and plant-based foods contain fiber. This includes beans, edamame, nuts, seeds, and grains, but not all grains are equal. You'll find both whole and refined grains on the shelves. And when possible, you want to choose whole grains so that you get a bigger dose of fiber and other nutrients. To see if your favorite grain-based food has whole grains, just check the ingredients list and look for the word whole. To determine how much fiber is in your favorite foods, you can also check the nutrition facts panel. Look for dietary fiber under that total carbohydrates line. We want to aim for about 5 grams per serving or a 20% daily value. And plant-based proteins, those can be a good source of both protein and fiber. Your next strategy is to swap your fats. There are 4 major dietary fats: saturated, trans fat, mono, and polyunsaturated fats. Saturated and trans fats have a negative impact on our LDL and triglycerides and increases our risk for heart disease. We want to limit these fats when we can. Saturated fats are mostly those solid fats like butter, coconut oil, or the white fat on meats. Think about when you cook bacon and you leave the pan out, the fat hardens, and that is because it's a saturated fat. Trans fats raise LDL cholesterol and lowers HDL cholesterol. These are often found in fried foods like donuts and baked goods, including cakes, pie crusts, biscuits, frozen pizza, cookies, crackers, and stick margarines and other spreads. We want to avoid these as often as we can. Poly and mono unsaturated fats are liquid at room temperature and are found in vegetable oils, in nuts, seeds, and fish. Mono and polyunsaturated fats are considered beneficial fats because they can improve blood cholesterol levels, ease inflammation, stabilize heart rhythms, and play a number of other beneficial roles. And let's talk about those omega-3s. These fats are especially an important type of polyunsaturated fat, and that's because our body can't make these. So they must come from foods like fish, flax seeds, walnuts, and canola or soybean oil. Omega-3 fatty acids lower our triglyceride levels and increase our HDL cholesterol levels. The Nutrition Facts panel can also help you find fat in your foods. First, it's also important to note that the Nutrition Facts shows total fat first, and this is all the fats, good and bad. Under the total are those undesirable saturated and trans fats. Our goal for these is to be less than 5% daily value. We want to aim for 0 grams for trans fats. However, products can be listed as 0 grams of trans fats if they contain 0 grams to less than 0.5 grams of trans fat per serving. You can spot trans fats by reading the ingredients list and looking for the ingredients referred to as partially hydrogenated oils. Switching gears, let's talk about sodium. Sodium is one of the first things your doctor is likely to bring up when discussing a heart-healthy diet. And that's because excess sodium in your bloodstream pulls water into your blood vessels, increasing the amount or volume of blood inside them. When blood flows through your blood vessels, this increases blood pressure and puts extra pressure on arterial walls. This pressure can injure blood vessel walls and speed up the buildup of plaque. The standard DASH diet limits salt to 2,300 milligrams per day, and that amount agrees with the dietary guidelines for Americans. That's about the amount of sodium in 1 teaspoon of table salt. The American Heart Association recommends the lower sodium version of DASH, restricting sodium to 1,500 milligrams per day, which is about a third of a teaspoon. To cut back on sodium, we have to know where to find it. On the nutrition facts panel, check out that percent daily value to determine if an item is high or low in sodium. Sodium that is less than 5% daily value is considered low, and sodium over 20% is considered high. When choosing a frozen or prepared meal, choose items that are no more than 500 milligrams to stay in that heart-healthy, low sodium range. Since about 70% of sodium consumed is from highly processed foods and from eating in restaurants, one of the best things we can do is to purchase more low sodium or naturally low in sodium items and to eat more at home. Using salt alternatives and herbs and spices to season food can give you more nutritional benefits, such as those antioxidants in herbs and spices, and also help provide flavor without salt. In store, there are many options. Look for prepared fresh herbs and spices in the produce section. In the aisles, look for low sodium or salt-free seasonings and salt alternatives. We include items like this in our downloadable shopping list. Staying hydrated can help our heart pump blood throughout the body more efficiently and reduce strain on our heart. So increase your fluid intake. Our bodies are over 60% water, and without it, all of our systems will work harder, including our heart. Hydration goals do vary by person and daily activity, but aim for around 64 ounces of fluids each day. Hydration is found in both foods and drinks, with fruits and veggies being an easy win. When considering what to drink, opt for low or no calorie beverages. According to the American Heart Association, sugary drinks are the #1 source of added sugars in our diet. For example, just one 12-ounce can of soda contains around 42 grams of added sugar, which is 10 teaspoons. Added sugars add extra calories to our diet, which can lead to weight gain and contribute to elevated triglyceride levels. Sparkling waters, tea, and even soda alternatives offer hydration without that added sugar. Sweetened beverages and treats are a focus of the DASH diet. Taking a look at the nutrition facts panel, you'll see both total sugars and added sugars under total carbohydrates. Total sugars include sugars naturally present in many nutritious foods and beverages, such as sugar in milk and fruits, as well as any added sugars. Added sugars only include sugars that are added during the processing of foods packaged as sweeteners such as table sugar, syrups, honey, and concentrated fruit or vegetable juices. They do not include naturally occurring sugars that are found in milk, fruits, and vegetables. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 36 grams of added sugar per day for men, which is 9 teaspoons, and 25 grams for women, which is 6 teaspoons. The Nutrition Facts Panel is a handy tool for finding sugar, salt, fat, and fiber, but you do have to take the time to read it and determine if it fits in your eating plan. So my final food focus tip is another tool, Guiding Stars. Guiding Stars is our nutrition guidance program that reads the label so you don't have to. It gives credits for foods that have nutrients that we want, like fiber, and gives debits for things that we don't want, like high sodium and saturated fats. The most nutrient-dense foods receive 1, 2, or 3 stars. Guiding stars are found on the price tag, on product descriptions when you shop online, and on recipes in Savory Magazine, our store magazine. The program is also available as an app that you can use to scan products if you don't see a tag. Our resource guide will provide Guiding Stars rated, heart-healthy recipes and meal plans. So let's move on to moving heart smart. Regular movement can help lower blood pressure, lower risk of diabetes, and maintain a healthy for you body weight. Exercise also improves the muscle's ability to pull oxygen out of the blood, reducing the need for the heart to pump more blood to the muscles. It can also reduce stress hormones, which can put an extra burden on your heart. To keep your heart strong and reduce your risk of heart disease and stroke, a variety of movement is best. Aerobic exercise, also known as cardio, are designed to raise your heart rate and make you break a sweat. Aerobics helps to improve your circulation and lower your blood pressure. If you have diabetes, they can also help you to control your blood sugar level. But don't feel pressured to push yourself too hard though. If you want to meet your weekly aerobics requirements strictly from walking, that's perfectly fine. Walking is a great low impact exercise that will give you all the health benefits of a more intense workout without overexerting yourself. We also have strength training, which is sometimes called resistance training. This is another great way to improve your heart health. When combined with aerobics, strength training will help to raise good cholesterol and lower that bad cholesterol. It can also reduce your risk of having a heart attack or stroke. Both the CDC and the American Heart Association suggest you participate in strength training exercises at least twice a week on non-consecutive days. And although they may not influence your heart health directly, flexibility and stretching exercises can contribute a lot to your workout. Activities like yoga, Tai Chi, and Pilates will not only improve your flexibility and balance, but also decrease your chances of getting cramps, joint aches, and muscle pain while working out. Flexibility exercises make it easier to do the other types of physical activities that are necessary for a healthy heart. So let me end this tip by just saying there is no right or wrong way to get your movement in. Start where you are and practice exercises that you enjoy. The American Heart Association recommends aiming for about 30 minutes of movement per day with the goal to work up to about 150 minutes of moderate physical activity a week. The key here, though, is the word moderate. Moderate physical activity means you're working hard enough to break a sweat. So you may be able to talk, but you shouldn't be able to sing a song. The recommendation for strength activities is at least twice a week in addition to 150 minutes physical activity. Muscle strengthening activities include some forms of yoga, heavy gardening like digging and shoveling, body weight resistance, so think push-ups and pull-ups and sit-ups, resistance bands, or weight training workouts. Movement will look different for everyone. So again, find something that you enjoy and start where you are. Every minute counts, so don't discount a slow start. You can even consider breaking our 30 minutes of activity into 3 10-minute sessions. Just get moving. Once we worked on how we eat and how we move, it's time to live heart smart day to day. Heart healthy habits that reduce stress, improve our sleep, and help to cut back on smoking or excessive drinking can go a long way in promoting better health. Let's take a look at these habits. Stress increases cortisol levels, which can raise blood cholesterol, triglycerides, blood sugar, and blood pressure. Here are a few techniques that can reduce stress. Try breath work. Taking 4 to 5 deep breaths for 1 minute has been shown to help lower blood pressure during a time of stress. So stop and breathe. Next, have a laugh. We feel good when we laugh. Laughter releases endorphins, which can counteract the negative impacts of stress hormones. Or you can change your environment. Being out in nature can help improve mental health and lower stress levels. The Japanese practice of forest bathing has been shown to lower blood pressure, heart rate, and lower those cortisol levels. Forest bathing just involves spending time, so aim for about 20 minutes in a natural environment. It can be the forest, the beach, a park, and just be present. Listen to the sounds of nature, the birds, water flowing, or wind rustling in the leaves. And then finally, get moving. Physical activity not only directly helps our heart, but also releases endorphins and helps us to relieve tension. Poor sleep, which is defined as 6 hours or less of sleep a night, is associated with high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, and atherosclerosis. Poor sleep can also alter our appetite, causing us to eat more, which may contribute to weight gain, which is a risk factor for heart disease. Research also shows that chronic poor sleep increases the risk of cardiovascular events. Sleep is restorative. When we sleep, our breathing and our heart rate slows and our blood pressure drops. There's also healing and repairing of cells, tissues, and blood vessels while we sleep. So it's important that we get consistent good sleep. If you are having trouble sleeping, try altering your bedtime routine and focusing on sleep hygiene. Make sure your bedroom is nice and cool. Avoid those screens before bedtime. Establish a nighttime routine. Our bodies like consistency. Include regular physical activity to help sleep better. And we really just want to aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. And finally, smoking and too much alcohol can increase blood pressure and anxiety and cause poor sleep. Smoking is a major risk factor for heart disease. The chemicals you inhale when you smoke cause damage to your heart and blood vessels that makes you more likely to develop atherosclerosis or that plaque buildup in your arteries. Any amount of smoking can cause damage to your heart and blood vessels. So consider joining a smoking cessation group or talking to your doctor about medication that may help you quit. Excessive alcohol use has been shown to have an impact on heart rate, blood pressure, and heartbeat. I know what you're thinking. What about red wine? It's true, red wine is a better choice than hard liquor, and it may give you a boost of antioxidants, but it will not lower your heart disease risk. If you're an occasional drinker, try to keep your intake to 1 serving daily for women and 2 servings daily for men. So this concludes today's session. Thank you so much for trusting the Giant Food Healthy Living team in your journey to better heart health. Today's video is your first step towards better health. Your next step is to utilize the resources provided in the notes below, where you'll find heart healthy shopping lists filled with Guiding Stars rated products, a sample meal plan, a heart healthy recipe collection, and other resources like our podcast, which will support everything you've learned today. There's even a PDF of this class with all the main points and an option to follow up on social media for daily tips and inspiration on a wide variety of healthy living topics. I invite you to stay connected. We offer a wide variety of free services, including store tours, consultations, cook-alongs, and more, all of which you can access on giantfood.com/healthyliving or in the notes section of this video. We've taken the philosophy that health is for everyone. It's the little things we do every day that add up. Thanks again. Please reach out with any questions, and most of all, stay well.